Hey, Lightworkers, Starseeds, Earthlings, and everyone who has been drawn to watch this video today, hello from down here in the trenches, down here in the bunkers, down here where the swamp is. The swamp is much fuller than we thought before. There have been so many things revealed over this last year. For so many of us, we thought that it was about a virus and about a mask. Here we are in December of 2020, and those from the darkness have continued to try to hijack everything. And as we do our research, and as we take time to begin to understand, we begin to unravel that everything we thought we knew has to be relearned, that it is an illusion. And I will tell you, when people first find out about what's really going on, they're going to tell themselves, well, everything's going to be okay. They're going to talk to themselves as they enter the dark night of the soul. Because as you awaken to realize how you have fallen for the corruption and thought you were on the good side and thought that you were fighting against evil. I'm not even going to use those words. It's not even about good and evil anymore. This is about darkness and about the light. You're either fighting for the light and you're a light worker, or you're fighting for darkness. This is no longer about you being able to do good things under the guise of what you believe. Your belief system is broken just as mine was. We have been conditioned to believe everything that we believe. If you still hate Donald Trump today, it's because you were conditioned to hate Donald Trump. It has come to the point that the Republican Party is showing their true colors. And the corruption is so deep that it's not even worth saving the Republican Party anymore. I never thought I would say this, but it's time for a new party called the American Party. It is time for us to prepare for the new earth. This old earth is dying. In just a few days, the Mayan calendar is ending on the 21st, the same day we have these planets that are coming together for the first time in thousands of years. So many different signs from the sky, so to speak, and the planets and the universe speaking to us. If we'll hear and we'll understand and draw aside and be willing to understand what is really going on. We are getting ready to embark upon an amazing time. There is so much information, I don't even know if I have enough time to pack it into this little video. I'm going to try not to keep it so long. But let me tell you what's really going on. You can research this. We are currently under a media blackout, so it's going to be hard to find this in the news media. But it turns out Donald J. Trump is not only the elected, honest, legal president of the United States of America, who will be inaugurated January 2021, having won with over 410 electoral votes. When you remove the fraud, he's already won. News media just won't give it to him. So we have to go through a little bit of a shit show to get there. But he is also in charge over most of the world. You see, the king of Saudi Arabia handed Donald Trump a sword, and they did a little sword dance. And the significance of that is they basically handed Donald Trump the keys to that country. The son was almost assassinated in that Las Vegas shooting at the Jason Abdin concert a few years ago. That was an attempted assassination on the Prince of Saudi Arabia. Things are not as they seem and haven't been for a number of years. We have not been being told the truth. There's a lot of things I can go into. It appears, if I'm correct with my research, Prince William will be the next king of England, and he will be disbanding the kingdom and exposing what's been going on there. Vladimir Putin is stepping down from his presidency. So many different things that are going on. The world leaders are changing. The world front is changing. And that is because the world, as we know it, is coming to an end. It essentially will die as we rebirth a new one on December 21st, 2020, that will bring in the new golden age. We can continue to tell ourselves that everything's all right, to pride ourselves in the last 50 and 100 years of what we've done for America. And it's pretty amazing that we continue to live relatively in a land of freedom until you have governors who are citing businesses, shutting them down, finding them, and trying to destroy our economy over a mask that is not doing any good. We, the people, the citizens of the United States of America, will not tolerate it any longer. We are an army of one. And we have been awakened, and many more will also be awakened to an understanding that we've been set upon this earth to change things and help others to understand that where we are is not okay. That we no longer can just pray and settle for status quo and just hope something works out. That hasn't worked. It has not worked. The communists have essentially taken over America. China has more control over our elections right now than you can shake a stick at. And it's a shame to say that unfortunately a lot of the older generation has done nothing about it when you could have. Here I am as someone in my 30s, just about to be in my 40s, had a rude awakening. About a year ago, was activated and began to understand I'm a light worker. I moved from being a pastor of a church, had to close that church, to understanding what is really going on and stepping into my greater purpose as a light worker, as an empath. That our job is to heal, to love, to send forth healing to all upon this earth, but also to teach and exhort and help the people understand what is really going on and what you need to do. You need to fight for your freedoms. We have had enough people die. There have been enough people taken out over the last 100 years, including men like JFK Sr., who was the president of the United States, that was assassinated. There have been enough people who have died trying to get the truth out, trying to expose the darkness, that the time is to stop the killing and start stepping in our purpose and lock arms and understand that right now is the time for our voice to be heard. Right now is the time for us as Americans to say no more to tyranny, to say no more to China, to say no more to this fake COVID. It's nothing but a cold. Doctors are starting to come out and begin to say that. Sorry for all those of you that have lost somebody and been lied to and been told it was COVID. Maybe it was initially. But now the common cold and the flu is being called the COVID, and that's not okay. And now our governor is trying to put his big finger out and trying to control us businesses and act like he knows what he's doing, when in fact, I don't even believe that he won the election fair and square. We as North Carolinians need to look into the fraud and corruption right here in North Carolina. And we will. We will not forget this. Already a business in Wendell, North Carolina has received a citation because the owner decided to use the Constitution as her basis and allow people the freedom of choice. You don't get the opportunity as a government official to just decide you can make an edict and a mandate and tell people what to do. No, that is not the American way. That might be the Chinese way. That might be the Russian way. That might be a third world country way. But ladies and gentlemen, we are Americans right here in America. And we will never forget. And we are here to make America first because it is time for us. It is too late, really. But it is time now for those of us that have not joined the fight to join it and say, as American, it doesn't matter if we're Democrat, Republican, Independent, Libertarian, I don't care what party you are, what color, whatever it is, to join together and wake the hell up and realize we as Americans are losing our freedom. And that's not okay. This fraud is not okay. And the world needs to know and understand that we believe in freedom. And we will not only fight for our freedom, but we're going to fight for the freedom all the way around the world and all these countries that have been on tyranny. It is time to free the world. It is time to step into our DNA activation and prepare to continue to extend as we move out of this 3D world, the illusion that we've been under, and the fear-based system and the tactics that have been used by so many of our leaders, and the bullying. Let's call that what it is. It's tyranny and bullying, what these governors are doing by passing their edicts. And quite frankly, we refuse to obey. We refuse to allow our freedom to be taken away, and we will do whatever it takes to make sure that our freedom will stand. And we look forward to seeing our honorable President Donald J. Trump to be inaugurated on January 20th, 2021, legally and completely and totally. And I can't wait for all of you to know the rest of what's going on around the world and how the deep state and the cabal has not only been destroyed, but the Vatican is coming down too. The world banks are coming down too, and our world will no longer be controlled by 4 families, but it's going to be a much better place. All because we are stepping into our purpose and we are willing to fight for our freedoms. Keep the faith. Where we go one, we go all. My fellow light workers, keep your swords ready, keep your light on, and continue forward and your energy high. Namaste.